Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Dune Spice Wars. This is episode number 2 in our pretty brief look at the game, but yeah, let's continue to push on. Several things I want to say. First of all, it's really cool that they have the sandworms in the game. I really hope that I can maybe save the game before a sandworm comes and eats a unit or something, and then like reload it so that I can sacrifice a unit temporarily just to show you, because the graphics for it are pretty cool. I mean, of course, if you are playing a game with sandworms, you want to see the sandworms. They're really cool. That said, I also want to avoid losing units, so from that perspective, I don't want to show the sandworms, like, at all. Anyway, another thing is, it turns out Northgard, this is so obvious, I don't know how I didn't know this or didn't mention this. I might have known this somehow subconsciously, but I wasn't like aware of it when I was making the comment that Northgard is related to Dune Spice Wars in that it's the same designers. So it turns out there's a huge relation between the two, and yeah, definitely must be a huge influence. You know. So anyway, just want to state some kind of silly things that other people were probably laughing at me about. They already knew. We'll continue over here. We have this trade request, which, you know what, I don't think we need the money that much. However, I'm kind of amused by the fact that the smugglers want this, and if we... So what was I going to do? We have like very little time left in this one, 13 seconds, but is there enough for us to check what these resolutions might be? Now, plus 30% manpower upkeep, is this for everyone? Yeah, okay, so this is for everyone, this is for everyone. The elected faction suffers minus 30% influence production. Honestly, not the worst thing. I think I'm going to decline this influence though, because basically, well, as far as I know, by the way, the only use for influence is a trading commodity, you know, for other people, but then influencing the Landsrad decisions. Maybe there's some other use for it that I'm not aware of. Maybe something down here. Yeah, okay, so you need a political audit. You can use this. Wow, that grants 30 Landsrad standing? That's quite good, actually. So anyway, I think that there's probably... I guess I could probably get a better deal from this person. What if we try to... They say they don't have a high trading value for this. But then they do say it is a trading value. So this is obviously a GUI interface mess up, despite the fact that I thought that their GUI is actually quite valuable. But not in this case. So let's try to do something like this. Let's see if we can give them... okay, so let's ask... What if we gave them 50 and we asked for 370? That's too much. 180. 70. 130. I can't see the number, which just makes this difficult. So 90 they would consider doing, and they're offering us more than... this is not quite 2 to 1, and I think they're offering us 2 to 1 in this deal.
How can I help?
Basically exactly 2 to 1. So that kind of reveals where he sits. Okay, I'm going to accept. We're going to take the money and run. I don't know if that's a good decision. I kind of think it wasn't, but we'll just do it. It also does make them happier with us. It should make... Oh, well, maybe they haven't... I think it's supposed to increase relations with them. Okay, inactive harvester. Let's get this guy to deploy back. And he has the extra crew, so good. So spice, let the spice flow. There were other things I think I wanted to correct from my last video, but we'll roll with it. If I happen to remember them, I'll bring them up. Otherwise, it's fine. Okay, we got our Plascrete factory. Now this has exactly 1 building, and we do have the technology for that, plus 40% resource production. I mean, we don't have it yet, but we will soon. I think we will just shift our focus, so... Trooper.
Yes, sir.
This guy's fully healed. Send him out. We also want to get militia here. We're short manpower, so manpower is a big concern. Yeah, I know, you're gonna meet soon. Point of... Okay, so what's this one? Oh, good, good, good. We can resolve this. So we can get spice and money. I have no idea how much. I was looking at the top Did it appear here? Does it tell us? Should there not be a notification? That I make all these really positive. Oh, okay, there's 286, and I didn't see the spice, but it went up as well. I mean, 2.4 is so good. I'm actually going to cut this down to only 10% going into the stockpile. We'll still be overshooting by about 70. I'm expecting that 2.4 is not going to be the exchange rate for next time. Now, there are ways you can improve that exchange rate with various technologies, which I actually don't know which one to point to. I've been playing this game somewhat frequently lately. Okay, here's another one. Resolve this. This will give us military. Okay, so that'll be interesting. I really hope it goes into ground command. Come on, ground command. Okay, support structures. Defense systems I just don't find much use for. You don't really need the additional militia slot until much later in the game, I find. Enhanced fortification, I also don't think I think that's one for the main capital, and I also don't think that's very important. Anyway, the next thing for us, what are you doing, buddy? You're on auto recon. Let's just have you, explore this city. Oh, okay, so we can choose this, which will give us economic development. That sounds good. Let's just have that, get that worked on. Oh, you know what? Okay, so as soon as you're done with this, I hate the fact that even though you're already doing it, it like re-queues it, but there should be no loss in time for that. I actually want to go down here and do this city, since I think I want to get to this place, which has high wind and spice. Let the spice flow. Okay, so this will only give us intel. That's not a big concern yet. Yes. But so basically we need the manpower to go up for this. I could actually build a manpower building. So one of these places probably already has 2 buildings. If we want to get... We can probably afford this. Let's spend the extra here. We have a wind trap. We have the refinery. The next thing I want to do is actually get a... Well, maintenance center, no, I don't think we need that. Yeah, I think we're going to want to try to get a recruitment office here, which has a reasonable upkeep for things. Okay, what are you saying? Now these are, after the first tutorial type stuff, these now become missions, randomly generated missions. So this one is the Combine, Honat, Ober, Advancer, Mercantiles want to expand the Combine, Honat, Ober, Advancer, Mercantiles wants to expand its influence. That's a mouthful. It is ready to give you a lot of money to help. So we can either give them 200 influence and get 5 to 1. That, boy, I really wish I hadn't done that now. So in 30 days, we are expected to not have 200 influence. Or we can exploit a new spice field and get 750. Well, that means we have 30 days to get over to that other one. I think we have the authority to do it. So yes. No, you're supposed to do this. Okay, what's this? Okay, another one of those. So you can see why Arrakis infiltration is very important. So do this, and then after you're done, I think I want to go up here and there to claim it. I want to see what's over there, basically. And then they'll auto-explore from there. But anyways, let's get our troops to start moving. Like, why are you... Need more supply. Go and get supply. You guys can make it over to the main city. Alright, voting is in process. It'll end in 6 days. How do we want to spend? So we have 100 voting, but also an additional 60 influence we can spend if we so desire. I typically don't like to do that. And my main concern when I want to figure out who I want to pick on is basically who is going to have the highest amount of influence. So the fact that the Harkonnens actually get influence, I think that the Smugglers do too. So I almost will never choose to diminish the influence of the Fremen. The Harkonnens are kind of like, in my opinion, a natural choice for this. Okay, supply is now going up, which is good.
Agreed.
Okay, good. So once we get supply up, well, I guess probably around 100, we already have enough to make it. Okay, let's just go. Yeah, what was I going to say? So who do I want to punish, basically? I think I want to punish House Harkonnen. If not them, it'd be the Smugglers. I did give influence to the Smugglers, which means that they're probably, hopefully, going to vote for House Harkonnen. Do we want at 30%? No, we got to decline this, and I am going to spend maybe 40 votes on that, because I find that that's pretty important. Military units recruitment costs, I actually want to like decline that, just put 10, which means I can vote for the House Harkonnen with 50 that they get picked on. Now it's only minus 30% influence, but I need to make sure it's not me. I don't really care who it is, as long as it's not me. It's a hot potato type situation.
Yes, sir.
Do need to make sure my audio's up, since the sandworm notice is actually really important to know. Yeah, but this is a very cool city, actually, that all of this is hard. I would like to know this as well. Is that the city block? It must be the city block. Okay, so we did this, and then it's already exploring this one, which is fine. So let's do this, then come all the way back. Well, I guess you're going to be over there already. I don't really care about this city. This is all cannot be traversed, which means our backs would still be to the wall, and I do like that. Let's come over here next, I guess. Just explore. See what else is out there. I'm just picking up spice, and pretty soon more spice after that. So we're all here.
As you command.
I hope that we have enough to do this. Okay, this one's done. We can resolve it. So we're going to get economic development. Let's see what we have. Well, what are we doing right now? We're doing local hubs. Okay, good. So we either have advanced engineering or modular parts. I prefer modular parts, but they're both fine. Because I do want to increase the crew in our harvesters eventually. But this one gives us plus 5% resource production in villages per building built on an extra slot. So I guess that means that you need at least two... you need... Sorry, 3 buildings, right? Extra slot. If I look here, you get 2 for free, and a building, this is an extra slot. I mean, if I'm interpreting this correctly, which I assume I am, you get 2 for free, and then the third one is on. So they actually would get 5% extra from this stuff. I don't know if that translates to the harvester. I think the harvester is distinct, but nonetheless. Okay, so we have our set already done. We have 100 votes. Now there's 400 random votes. This is how usually I think the smugglers can influence things, by influencing the minor groups. This is the minor houses. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, not much more to say about that. Just hope that we come out ahead. I definitely don't want that. I should double check this again. I definitely don't want this one to pass. Plus 30% manpower, and that would be terrible. So we're actually really behind on manpower already. Probably that's why I gotta do this. So we have the plasteel for it, or sorry, plasteel. Can you tell I play RimWorld? We have the money and the plascrete. It's plascrete, right? Yeah, we have the money and the plascrete. Yeah, I think this will be a quick victory for us. And is he off the... He might not be considered off. I will not sacrifice him to the sandworms unless I save first. Anyways, we need to like quickly conquer this one and then move over here. Oh, looks like the Harkonnens will be somewhere up here then. They're kind of close by. We have... Oh my gosh, we need to get going on these, yeah. Increase siege detection. No, I want the technology ones first. And I think that there are technology ones out there. Yeah, let's do this one. Oh, okay, there's the sandworm warning. Well, here, okay. Let me quickly cut away, and I'll sacrifice one just so you can see it. It's pretty fun. Okay, quick saved. Oh, my friend, my dear ranger. Oh, there it is. Okay, but we don't actually want that to happen, so let me go back and undo it. Alright, we're back. By the way, our voting is only going to happen in one day, so am I convinced that this is what I want to do? I guess I don't really care about that. Do I maybe want to spend a little bit of influence here? No, plus 30% upkeep, minus... Okay, I think we're going to be okay. We're going to leave it the way it is. Let's just, okay, get this guy off. think he's off.
Taking
I
position.
guess.
We'll take them out. Charge!
It didn't look like the save game there really liked everything. Okay, so it's going to take 50. That is... Oh, just worked out that way. And you can see local dialect studies gives us -10, which is nice. I think that's probably like 15% off as well. Okay, well, let's take control. We have 95 available, which means it gives me good confidence that we'll have enough for the next one. Wind here is 5, so we'll probably put a water thing down. What am I doing as far as this goes? I probably do want to beeline towards water trade just to get more Solari. Even though we're making a ton of money on spice right now. And we're going to make even more as soon as I get the next place. But that does seem to make sense. I can probably put another Plascrete building down here as well. Probably Plascrete first, since we're going to have enough water to do everything we need, even with taking over the next village. Especially because this is going to unlock the plus 40% resource production, so we'll get plus 40% resource production on the Plascrete, if it's the only building here. I think that makes sense to me. Still building that recruitment center so that we get a little bit of extra. And by the way, we have enough... money is just not a concern. So this one has only one Plascrete factory. That's good. I want a veteran militia here. 420. Yeah, we can just barely do it, but since we can do it, we should. I know that... remember, we saw a raid going over to Fonma. Somewhere over east of here. Oh, another leader. How wasteful indeed. You glean meager profits from these deposits. Will it ever compensate the losses you occasion by misusing them? So it's a little bit weird to me. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I find it very odd that the Fremen compete against Atreides. Oh no. Oh lord. Well, there goes our influence. Okay, now if we were so lucky as to have high enough hegemony, we would actually benefit from this. So, while under the effect of a positive resolution, we get 10% Solari production, but our units get plus 10% power under the effect of a negative resolution, and this is a negative resolution. Unfortunately, we don't have the hegemony yet. I don't know if there's not really much we can do. Basically, we'll get a little bit more hegemony from the Imperial tax, but that's going to be a while. Oh, we got kind of screwed over in this one. Now, this is still 23 days left, so yeah, we're definitely not going to have the influence to do this. We'll take the 750, though. It's going to be good, and the extra spice field is going to net us more money anyhow. So it's a win-win. Very unfortunate, though. It looks like this was declined, and that was declined. Okay, fair enough. I probably should have... even if I had spent all my money, I mean, I could have spent every last bit of influence and not passed that. So we were kind of hosed. The people don't like us, I guess. Anyways, as I said, probably the best thing here is another Plascrete factory. I don't know why I have such difficulty pronouncing that. Upkeep on this is thankfully not any money, no Solari. So that does make it a nice thing to be able to build. Really just build it off the edge of the map since this is a safe zone. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's definitely other things that we would prefer more. 40%, we can get 40% on anything. This is, by the way, a place that I will eventually build a spice silo, because this will this will increase the production of spice for both of the neighbors, which is good. I may... no, I don't think this is a great call. Probably one of these, this one, or yeah, some of the ones that are out there that can be surrounded by more will give us more benefit from a maintenance center. Although I do like those, and note that they don't cost any maintenance themselves. So if you have the Plascrete for them, they're very nice to get. They're no downside. So maybe I will end up putting one in Oslob. But at first, right, we want the 40% production increase. Fuel cells, I think we're doing fine. We have enough for exactly one more harvester. And we probably want to conquer this place. Where is it? I thought we had one. Do we have one? Here it is, yeah. This place is the area we'll want to conquer if we want to increase our fuel cells, because that has the fuel cell bonus. Yeah, I think water we're doing fine for now. I wouldn't mind even doing something like a research hub. This is, in my opinion, the most important one. And hey, you can always offset that minus 30%. Probably not good to build this while this is under effect, because this is only going to do 30% itself while we're having the negative resolution. But we could put the research hub down, and that will end up being 1.4 knowledge, if I understand everything correctly. It's not just for resource production. Is knowledge considered a resource? That's the question I have. I guess we can find out one way. Now, we will be denying ourselves... What's 40% of this? 12? We will be denying ourselves 12 plascrete production if we get this wrong. I prefer the knowledge, but if the knowledge isn't working, obviously I prefer something to get a 40% bonus. Definitely won't be worth refunding this, but we're going to go with it. This will be an experiment, so we're just going to figure it out on the fly. I'll just put it there. Okay, so how does that work? We'll find out.
At your service,
As soon as this guy's healed, we'll move up and take the next one, which is actually going to be quite a jog. But I think we have the authority for it. It is 63, yeah, we already have it, and we're not there yet, so we'll get there.
all clear.
What are you doing? Yeah.
On vector. Okay.
Oh, are you exploring this?
Roger.
Okay, so that's more plascrete, which means that I'm really happy with my decision not to do that, because this is plascrete, and, you know, why bother?
Roger that.
I'm gonna get plascrete here instead.
Ready. On vector.
Okay, there's that.
On the move.
And this is Harkonnen controlled.
On vector.
So we're now over to the Harkonnens.
Okay.
Is this deep desert? It is. Or Erg. That must be, but that can't be a city.
Let's go.
Like, what's going on
Okay.
here? There it is. Okay, that's what I wanted to see.
On vector. Okay. On the move. On vector. On the move.
Control group 1. Are they all healed? Okay, so
Yes,
control
sir.
group 1. Let's move.
Yes, sir.
Where did my ornithopter go?
Okay. On vector. On the move.
I think I'll double back and take this one. Do that, and then go to that one. Might be a little aggressive for me to expand this way. We basically put ourselves in harm's way with the Harkonnen, although I don't mind that.
Awaiting orders. We're focused. Taking position.
Okay, construction is complete. Let's see. So currently we have 5. Plus 1 from the villages. Let's see if this turns into 1.4, so 5.4 when we're done. Now, it's going to turn into... this is frustrating. Well, local hubs, it might be listed actually as a separate item on the knowledge sheet. Let's find out. Just wait and find out.
Yes, sir. We're moving. Atreides.
Alright, here we go.
Yes.
At your
Okay, I got
service, sir.
clipped a little bit, unfortunately. And we have another tech set up? No, we have nothing else in the queue. Well, we don't have enough manpower really to benefit from... By the way, I really wish that we had the ability to do another agent. So, you know what? That kind of solves it for me. I think we need to go down this line and get these agents. So let's do those next. Construction's complete. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Ah, yes. Point of place is investigated. So military development. Well, could be any of them. Could be the same one twice. It was. Okay, fine. But now, before I forget this time, let me queue up another one. Oh, there's more out there. Okay, this one will give us intel. This one gives us increased siege detection, which might not be a bad one to do. I'm surprised we haven't interacted with those more. This will give us military tech, though, so let me choose that one first. This one will actually give us 2 Fremen mercenaries. That's awesome. I might do that one next, just because I've never had the Fremen mercenaries. Okay, we're in combat. So I'm going to do this attack here, but this guy's actually going to go over and attack the other one, so that we can cut down his 50% bonus right away.
On the Duke.
We're focused.
And I'm going to get this guy off
Taking position. Understood.
here so that we don't
Received.
suffer that penalty.
Understood.
I mean, suffer the sandworm attacks. Okay, good. So all that's gravy. Undecided. Oh, yes, finally, just in time. So let's see. You have plus 20% agent recruitment speed. I think that's one of these guys has. Yeah. Plus, but I don't feel it's happening. 906 for the next one. If I put you into Spacing Guild? Still 906. Now this is the one that gives us manpower, so it's the one I want. But not really sure what's going on. Alright, let's watch the combat.
Yes, sir.
Pretty combat.
We are ready.
Yeah, they have 2 ornithopters. That's probably a good sign that an indicator I should probably have 2.
Take them out.
We could build one. It only takes, well, no, I can't, because then I can't get the harvester without taking this area. No, sorry, this area. By the way, where are you? We're going to, so we got it. We got it. So, do you have a military unit nearby? 63. Let's just take it. Where's my ornithopter? There he is. Okay, he's doing that, but then afterwards, let's do this. Since we need that town, we need the town explored before we can do anything. Let's go down here, maybe explore a little bit more on this area. And okay, so we see the smugglers over there. So it looks like I'm going to be across from the Fremen. It's fine by me. I might try to make an aggressive move on this territory first, just so I can get the more Plascrete, which is pretty important. Yeah, so how are we doing? We're at 235. We're expected to be at 249 when the day comes, when the time comes. Alright, and as soon as we take this city, we'll get our second... Oh, there it is. Get our second refinery going. I'm going to try to put this a little bit closer over here. So it's less of a target. Our city protects it a little bit more.
On duty.
But otherwise good. Very, very happy with this. Gonna need some militia on that one too. We have one militia there, one there. None here, but this is supposedly protected. Now if there's a siege that raids it, we're gonna have a real problem. And we do still have the water for this, which is good. Can always get more water. This is wind factor of 6, so that's a great candidate for a wind trap. This one's almost done. I'll just wait on this 5 more seconds. 2, 1. Let's resolve it. So first of all, this is military developments. Let's see what... Okay, we could get the same thing again. We did! Okay. We actually got the same one again. So left click and right click. Left click to Q, right click to DQ. So this is kind of unfortunate because these are 11 days each, so we actually technically lost a day getting this one. I mean, having picked this one. But getting the benefit of a new technology that much faster, I guess is nice. Unlocks the support drone. Right. Yeah, I don't use that, though. I just manage my supplies. Alright, now this should be something we can confirm. Not yet. Almost. Just need to get that new harvester onto the field, and then we can. And now we're going to have, no problem meeting the Imperial tax. Okay. So, the proposals for this new one have come up. We still have 12 more days of our unfortunate negative resolution. You can see our hegemony. With this, we might actually have the hegemony to do the 2000. In which case, we'll get a small military boost, but only for a few days at that point. Anyway, minus 50% Solari upkeep. That sounds very cool. Statecraft development completion speed is increased by 50%. That sounds good. Military, I mean, this is technology stuff. So basically, we want to choose one of these two and not the other. And then force, just beeline in that tech while the resolution's active. But none of these are specific to a particular faction. So that's something to note. Now, question is, it worked. So villages are giving us 1.4, and then local hubs is 4 villages times 0.2, which gives us 0.8, but that means that this one technically, although it says it has a production of 1, it's getting a 40% bonus. That's fantastic. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense too. It is a resource which is being produced, but you know, tech is always one of those question marks. Is it really a resource? In this case, we can see that yes, it is. Oh man, we got a big ol' sandstorm coming, which is pretty cool. I mean, the game has got a lot of these things just right.
Awaiting command.
We actually don't really want to be here for the sandstorm. In fact, where's my ornithopter? Oh yeah, I sent you down here. Well, kind of a good thing I did. You getting to this one next? I see this one's in the queue as well. Okay, well I just want to make sure that one's a part of it. Now with the money and the manpower, another good thing to do is to continually build up our militia. I'm not going to worry more about Fanma because we should have plenty of advanced warning before something attacks here. It's still probably good to get one in Aslob, but I guess the primary candidate for any kind of attack would be here, so let's get a veteran mercenary there. We can actually afford to get another one, but I'm almost to the 2k hegemony, and then there's going to be some really, really expensive buildings we can unlock at the capital. So if I can, I'd like to save it. Almost there, almost there. Again, I'm still not sure exactly if there's a plus. Okay, so plus minus on your numpad does that just fine. Minus 176, but we are really already sitting pretty for that. And we're about to get another refinery. Did it say what the... Sometimes it... I don't know why. One of the technologies must unlock the ability to forecast what the next period will be. Uh-oh. I did pause right away, but... Oh my gosh. Did you see that? Did you see how quickly that happened? No chance. Which means that we will have to build another one.
We're going out.
So please deploy. Is this gonna... I hope this doesn't nullify my... Okay, confirm. Got our 750. We're actually minus right now because we're not making any money, but... You know, this is going to take a little while to build, and then we'll get another one out there. Kind of funny the way that worked out. Okay, spice field detected. Ah, that must have been over here. And it truly was. So you're exploring this, and then you're going to explore that. Might as well just get the town at that point. This is the end of the border, the end of the map. Alright, yeah, I feel pretty good about our situation here. Sandworm, you can see the sandworm trembles. Sandstorm is running over our areas, but that's fine. Okay. Hegemony threshold reach. Okay, so a lot of things have happened here. First of all, we already know this. This is going to happen in 2 days. Let me close that for now. Sandstorm and Sandworm. Yeah. Okay, we got this. And rate is now 1.9, which means we're going to stockpile. We're going to stockpile a lot. We're probably going to stockpile like crazy. Enough to have enough spice for probably the next 2 payments. Because 1.9 is very low. I think. I mean, based on my experience, which admittedly is limited. So this, yeah, that's what gave us the hegemony kick. But 1.9 for the next one is not good. Now we're expected to make 559, so we're easily going to cover. But we're trying to pay for the next 2 periods, essentially. Okay, so this is 5k hegemony, not 2k, silly me. But at least at 2k we can go over here and we can spend tons of money. Now the way this building stuff works is actually pretty interesting. You have to be careful about it. So you have one district with 3 buildings, 2 districts with 2 buildings, and then 3 districts with 1 building. However many buildings you have in a district, if they are all of one type, either economic, military, or statecraft, you unlock the bonuses for this category. So for example, having 1 building in the one of these 3 won't do anything over here because you need to have all the buildings of a district filled with one type for it to register as a bonus on the right. But each individual district also gives you a bonus if all of your buildings are, complete this district with buildings of the same type to gain one of these bonuses. And you have 3 districts which only have 1 building, so basically you can get this bonus immediately. So it does seem to incentivize you to do 1 investment, 1 military, and then 1 administrative to get those technologies completed that much faster. Like you can speed up all of them. I don't know actually if it stacks. I kind of assume it does, the way I understand the game mechanics, and because it doesn't say that they don't stack, you'd imagine that you could do investment, and get plus 60%. I'm not sure what the meta here, I mean when I say meta, what the optimal is. But what I probably will end up doing is I really like this plus 2 armor for all military units. I mean, we only have 1 district with 3, right? And then the other 2 presumably we'll use for the other 2 types so that we can get 2, 3, and 2. Which is kind of where I think I'm going to go. So plus 20% hegemony from Coam's shares. This is a particular Intel thing down here on the right. You can purchase Coam shares and it gives you 500 hegemony. Now, I do want to go for a hegemony victory. I think that is an easy path to pursue. Kind of like a sit back. It's like a diplomacy victory in the Civ games and stuff like that. You can I like games where you can kind of build up internally and win the game. It's fun. So this is kind of like your internal victory hegemony. Now this would technically help that, but I don't think it's worth it because it's such a minor increase, 20%. So instead of 500, you get 600. Why not instead just get the resource, more of the resource that you need to purchase Coam shares, and then you can effectively, if you increase the resources that you're getting by 20%, you have done the same thing. Now, I feel like the armor is just good for all military situations. We're going to butt heads eventually, and if we do butt heads, well, this is just going to give us a significant advantage. The tier 1 and 2 for almost all these is useful. It's a question about whether tier 3 is, which one we can only get 1 of, so which one is the best. This is plus 2 Landsrad standing production. In my opinion, the competition is between the military and the statecraft. So right now, as the Atreides, we're going to get a lot of Landsrad standing because I'm planning to constantly pay the Imperial tax. And then we also have like a higher Landsrad standing by default. We'll also get an even higher standing. Okay, so we get it from the Imperial tax. There's another way I think to... Okay, so... I'm not sure. A high Landsrad standing unlocks new possibilities. Well, okay, but how do you increase your Landsrad standing? I'm just trying to say that I don't think that this is your only way. And certainly, we can just keep paying Imperial taxes and this will go up. But there's another way, and I can't remember what it is exactly. Oh, is there a building or something? Man, I can't believe it's been 38 minutes already. Let me just check on this real fast. This is hegemony per day. Darn. I don't remember what the other mechanism is for increasing your Landsrad standing, but it's probably out there. Anyways, I see that we are 38 minutes in, so it's probably a good time to call this video to a close, which I will do. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the game, so I don't know how many... Yeah, I'm not sure how much further this series will go. At least 1 more episode. We'll just play it by ear, I guess. Until the next one, thanks for watching, and stay safe and take care.